So since we are all virtual right now, I want to show you what I like to use for my digital notebook. So there's lots of digital notebooks out there, and I looked into several different types, and the one that I liked the best was Onenote. This is a Microsoft product, so if your district has Word and PowerPoint, then they probably have Onenote. So when you open Onenote, you have to title it. So this is my Algebra 1, so I called it Algebra 1. At the bottom here, we have the option to add a section. So I like to add my sections by unit. It's up to you how you do it. This is one big notebook for me. And then I like to add a page in order to break down each section. So when I click add a section, I type in the name and it appears right here. So I can add another section. So I would add a section for each of my units. And then for my pages, I'm going to come over and I would title the first one, number 1. Step equations, because our unit 1 is equations. So I title it number 1, and then the next page I would call number 2. We do 2-step equations next. So I do that because I want to be able to say to students, we're in unit 1, number 1, or unit 1, number 2. And then I use another platform. So I can then say, okay, in unit 1, number 2. So when they go to the other platform that our school district uses, they know that they go into unit 1 folder and they can see that it's also labeled number 2. So you're gonna make this look kind of nice. So you do insert, and then you have to click off this because right now I'm in the text box. I'm gonna insert a picture from online. If you have a picture on your computer, you can pick that. So I'm gonna do a notebook, and then it gives me a bunch of options. So you can pick the notebook you like, insert, and then you'll be able to resize the notebook. So as this one inserts, I'm going to click over here because I want to insert some other things on top of this notebook. And to do that, I can't be in the same little box, which you can't see right now, but there is a little box right there. So I like to have a together section. I'm going to resize this. So this is the box I was talking about, this outline. If images are in the same box, you can't drag and drop them on top of each other. So I'm going to shrink this one down, put it over here. So I like to have a together section. And then I also like to have a due date section. So I'm going to go back to insert picture. And then there's lots of due date pictures that I like. This is my favorite one, but for this example, I'm going to use this one just so you guys see a different one. So once it inserts, I can drag and drop it over. And then, of course, I will have to resize it. Then when you click off, you notice outline always misses. So when that disappears, your kids will never know that there's a bunch of boxes in there. So this is, once I have this picture the way I want it, then I just copy it onto all my pages. So I'm going to show you what my notebook looks like. So this is my current notebook. I use this every day with my students. So here's all of our units. Here is all of our subtopics within the unit. So I have their learning target, the notes videos, what we're going to do together, what they're expected to do on their own, and then their due dates. So this is just additional stuff that you can add. So you may have noticed I had like tags added. So to add a tag, you're going to go to home, and then here are your tag options. So I like to use the stars for tests that are due. This little checklist is cool because, let's say they have a test to do, they can check it when it's done. So this is a nice way if they need to keep up with their assignments. So once I have this all done and I have it made the way I want it, I click share. And I'm going to be able to share it with my students through a link. So the nice part about OneNote that I wasn't able to find with some of the other options is that with OneNote, I can update this, and this update automatically goes to the students. So when I gave this to them, I did not have information in Unit 8. So Unit 8 down here did not have information. But that's okay because as I update this, it updates their version of it, which is really nice. So I don't have to front load every assignment and every link. So if you need to go back and do a remediation or review, then you can go ahead and add those in. and it will automatically update for the students too. So hopefully you enjoy using OneNote as much as I do. ClassNote can be used as a portion of OneNote, and if you're interested in using ClassNote, please let me know. I can explain that part to you. The one piece with ClassNote is that you cannot build your notebook until you have a class. So if you want to front load any information, that cannot be done. So I use OneNote, which is like ClassNote. ClassNote uses OneNote, except that I can preload information and load information throughout the class.